Welcome to the Have You Met You podcast. I'm your host, Sasha Pearl, the Energy Architect, and I guide soul-led women in building authentic six-figure businesses by aligning their identity, purpose, and message using my highly potent method. So let's get into it. Today, I just want to go over the basics of what I'm talking about. So energetics is a very broad term, but I feel like I'm not only accessing the tool of human design, I'm also intuitively engaging into your unique energetics, especially in one-to-one calls and just like being out in the world. Why? Because everything is energy. That is just science. So the more that we can really understand that we are in constant relationship to literally everything, my kitty cats, my life partner, this microphone, a rock, my plants. Everything is holding a specific frequency that we're in interaction with. So this is why mindset, boundaries, and really understanding your unique energetics in the world is going to help you understand when you are actually in authenticity and when you are not in authenticity, right? And because the more that we can be in authenticity, the more that we can have more ease and flow and love in our lives. And who doesn't want more of that? So I just want to start off with like the foundation of the tool that I use for energetics, which is human design. Human design is the science of our aura. We're in constant relationship to everything. Our auras extend 7 feet in all directions of us, so we're constantly in other people's energies, in our own energy, etc., right? And so when we can really understand our energetic blueprint, aka our roadmap to remembering is what I've been calling. That is where we really start accessing our unique authenticity, our love for life, our flow, our happiness. And with human design, it is taking in the Kabbalah, the I Ching, the chakra system, and astrology, and it spits out this body graph chart that you can download from my website at designedtobehuman.com. And this is where you can really see and interact with your energy. This is where it takes the intangible, the things that we cannot see, and really puts it together in a map for you that your brain can tangibly understand it, right? And human design, of course, is very nuanced. There's a lot of different aspects to it. But this is the system that I have felt the most seen in ever. Like I used to follow so many astrology, like all of the astrology things. And I still was like, okay, like I don't actually see myself as a Taurus. And now the older that I get, the more I'm like, oh, I'm such a Taurus. I always identified way more with the Libra aspects of me. And with the human design stuff, it's just really like, okay, no wonder I've always felt different my entire life. I found out that I was a projector. I'm only 20% of the population. I was raised by a manifesting generator mother. And of course, there's going to be butting of heads and like this unseen nature when you are interacting with an energy type that is not like you, right? And so with human design, this really gives you the license and the validation to really show up as who you are in the world. And I think that is one of the most magnetic things that anyone can do in this lifetime. Think about how incredibly brave you are to actually show your authentic self to the world. Like, I know that is something that people are like, don't do it, and or like curate your perception of what your authenticity is so you will be liked, loved, seen. And it's like, actually, why don't we just be who we are and then let the rest follow? I have my Libra in my first house and my moon in my first house. So I'm just naturally already what you get is what you see is what you get type of girly pop. So again, coming back to the human design aspect of this is what we'll be using as the tool to really ground us into the energetics of what's happening in the world around us. And I'm really excited to dive really deep into some of this stuff with you. I plan on, going through the gates, the transits, the channels, the open centers, the defined centers, your energy types, and getting really clear about what it is in the world that actually drives you to create from your most authentic place of being. We do all have our own specific roles, which I will be creating 5 more podcasts going over each energy type, specifically in business, in life, and in your career. And the more that we can really just like live into what we're meant to be doing instead of trying to be someone we're not, that is where our highest, our most potent creations are really going to come from. So stay tuned. I will be putting together those energy type podcasts coming out over the next couple of weeks. And yeah, I would love to hear what you have to say and what resonated from this conversation. We'll talk soon. Bye.